Announced Tuesday that he will return to the ring May 4th to defend his welterweight world title against Robert the Ghost Guerrero in Las Vegas. Mayweather also announced that he's moving to Showtime CBS for the pay-per-view fight after signing a 6-fight deal, effectively ending his partnership with HBO Time Warner. Stephen A. Smith? Is this a good move or bad move for you?
Well, first of all, any move that Money Mayweather makes is good because it's usually good for his money. So Floyd Mayweather is not going to make moves that are counterproductive to that. I just called him yesterday. I spoke to him about it. He explained that he's 36 years of age. He's thinking about himself, his family, because obviously he's not going to fight forever. He certainly, in a lot of people's eyes, has made a lot of money, but there's a window of opportunity to make the available dollars that he's capable of making, and as a result, the move to Showtime and /CBS was what he thought was beneficial for him. That's all he said. I surmise that it's possible that, dare I say, we may see a boxing title fight on network television again sometime in the near future, which I think would be absolutely sensational for the sport of boxing, because I think that will revive the sport. It would also get, maybe if we're lucky enough, the government will get involved in terms of making sure that these fighters are protected, and we'd have Floyd Mayweather Jr. to credit for such a thing if this ends up being pulled off, because obviously the kind of deal that he signs, it would facilitate something like this transpiring. I was a bit hesitant when I first heard the news, because when I think boxing, I think HBO. I think Jim Lampley. I think Larry Merchant. Now Max Kellerman's a part of the crew. He's been doing an outstanding job. He works for 710 ESPN LA, you know, right in Los Angeles. He does an incredible job as well. Of course, Roy Jones Jr., my boy, everybody. You look at them and you say HBO boxing. It's synonymous with one another. So even though Showtime does do a very, very good job, at the same time, when you think big-time boxing, you usually think HBO. So this is Floyd moving in a different direction, and the dude makes money. He finds a way, you know, a highest pay-per-view sales ever, the whole bit. He knows what he's doing. I can't question it, Skip.
Which has been my problem all along with May or may not weather. I never know when he's going to fight or whom he's going to fight.
Well, they're saying the 6 fights in 30
that's
30
what
months.
I love about
Yes,
this.
6 fights in 30 months.
By the way, this says he's 35. Is he 36 or 35?
He says he's 36.
36,
He
okay.
just said 36.
It seems like he's 38 or 9. That's a whole nother
Stop
issue.
it. Be respectful.
Okay, I'm going to be respectful, but I'm going to hand off here to a writer named Brian Campbell, who happens to be the boxing editor at ESPN.com. And I'm going to read something to you, Mr. Smith, the boxing fan that you are, and the Mayweather fan that you are.
Is it Dan Rayfield, too? I mean, they do outstanding jobs.
Brian Campbell writes, if you look closely at the prime of Mayweather's career, you may notice a shocking truth, Stephen A. Smith. He lacks a single defining victory of equal commercial and critical meaning. In fact, if things continue at their current rate, Mayweather will be remembered more for whom he did not fight than for any showcase of his greatness against a prime and worthy foe. So what do I like about the Showtime deal? It will force him to fight 6 times in 30 months. It will also give him even more leverage to pick and choose his opponent. So I'm looking down the path. I don't know enough about this Canelo Alvarez yet.
He's too big for Mayweather.
Okay.
He's really
too big for Mayweather.
Big. He's really
too good for Mayweather.
No, too big. Seriously, no joke. He's really a big boy.
Oh, too big. Oh, well, he's fighting light middleweight now.
He's like a junior middleweight, but he really should be in the middleweight division. He's a big boy, Skip. He's too big for Mayweather. Mayweather has no business in the ring with him.
He's fought at 154.
I understand it, but Mayweather. That was too big for Mayweather.
Okay, this kid's only 22 now.
I understand. He's a big boy.
Okay, well, Floyd, mess with him. Take him on.
This kid
Show me something.
Well, again, you know, you'd have a point if they did that normally. With the heavyweight division, it's a bit different, but with other divisions, you've got the catch weight and all of that stuff, and usually if somebody's too big, somebody's too big. So you didn't see a lot of junior middleweights wanting to go against Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
No.
You saw Hearns move up, but that was to his detriment to some degree, because when he got hit by other dudes, you saw what happened, the Iran Barkleys of the world, the people like that. All I'm saying to you is this. When you look at Floyd Mayweather Jr., he did beat Oscar De La Hoya, okay?
At the end of his run, come on.
Well,
he was way past his prime.
Pacquiao beat Oscar De La Hoya later than Floyd Mayweather did.
Okay,
You
I
understand?
didn't
I'm
give Pacquiao any credit either.
I'm just saying, so that happened, where even though I've never been sold on Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton was talking junk. He was a champion. Everybody told me he fought Juan Manuel Marquez. He was too big for Juan Manuel Marquez. But Pacquiao fought the man 4 times. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I want Mayweather to fight in these bigger fights. And I'll defer to the boxing aficionados, even though I know my boxing. These guys cover the sport on an everyday basis, and I want to show them their proper respect and not question their judgment. All I'm saying is that even though I wanted to see Mayweather in fights as well, particularly against Pacquiao, there is no arguing that the man has made business sense, and the fights that he gets and the fights that he's been able to sell, people have been buying them more so than they bought anybody else. That says something.
I agree, but it's all about money instead of quality.
I understand that, but again, that's the responsibility of the networks too, or the paper. You know, listen, if it's HBO, if it's Showtime, why are you allowing those fights to happen? Why can't you insist that these particular opponents, you know, that when I spoke to Mayweather, and I spoke to him about Pacquiao directly, the one thing that I took from it, whether it's him, Leonard Ellaby, or anybody in their camp, is they said, listen, if you're talking about, I offered Pacquiao $40 million up front when Pacquiao came here and said that Floyd offered him 45. Floyd said, no, I offered him 40. He said, here's why. You've got the $40 million. There is no other fight under Bob Arum that's calling for you to make more than you talk about you making 30 or whatever, but you coming home with 6. Or you making 26, but you coming home with 5. I'm here offering you 40 straight up cash, no doubt, is yours. But I'm not giving you anything other than that, because not only am I fighting, but I'm also promoting the fight. And if you can give a Bob Arum 35 to 40% of your take, how come I can't get that and I'm the one promoting it? All of a sudden the rule changed for me because I'm stepping in the ring with you. He does have a point there. Pacquiao could have taken that fight for that money, and he turned it down and accepted less elsewhere. Let's give credit for that too.
Floyd has the most fitting nickname in the history of sports. Money.
Okay.
That's it.
Time for you guys at home to take part in today's debate. Carmelo